right in front of City Hall. That's where.
Home.
Yeah, that's where we're attacked. Yeah, so most likely they're still there, huddled.
Okay, we can ride down there. I'll meet you down there.
All right, great. I think so. I just see people driving by.
Yeah. I know that his is on. Stop light.
You keep an eye out for the guys that attack me, okay?
He was in a little marine tag. Fluorine in the southern is just impossible to understand. We got Anthony Gonzaga got screenshots of the tag.
This is insane. Hey, Donkey Watch. Can you guys actually see what's going on in my? Oh shit! I'm sorry. Well, I didn't break it.
So he thinks he likes the Constitution. I guess on certain parts of it. Justice.
Looking around for the attackers.
Everybody's making movies on the phone. Good. Exercise. Impressed. Go for it.
All right, is the video going on this live stream that I'm holding, guys? Give me one if you got video and audio.
Oh, they all ran away when the cop got here. Okay. Flag down.
Yeah. So you see him?
He's right in front of you. Hey.
Who's
Wharf,
that?
Officer Wharf.
Oh, okay. All right, let me just get out of the driveway.
You come this way. Come to me. You're going the wrong way.
No, I'm gonna get out of the driveway. On the sidewalk.
Oh, I'm gonna
You said you want to file a report. What's your name?
We got assault and battery and theft, like the destruction of property. I had a sign that was in my hand. They ripped it out of my hand. They destroyed my obstacle detector that was on my arm that was holding the sign. And you've got license plate at least the first one, don't you?
It's audio in the screen. You have to back
Okay.
it up.
Ask. Hey, somebody get that license plate of the guy that, because he was stopped here at the intersection,
He kept
right?
coming back and yelling and blocking the intersection.
But he was like in traffic,
Yes,
stopped.
he was in traffic.
And what was his car?
He had a red truck. It was a Marine "Don't Tread on Me" tag.
Okay.
Yellow tag, so he sticks out. He was sitting right where this the NRA guy that keeps following us around and harassing us. That guy was parked where he was parked.
All right. And then she's got the license plate. So somebody rewind that and get the license plate.
What's your name?
What's that?
No, I ain't going nowhere.
Okay. Bye, Felicia. All right, Felicia.
109 ball.
All right, bye. Huh?
He winked at you.
Yeah. Uh, for what now?
Your name, so I can find
You guys already have it.
can you stand back on the say that?
Okay. Yeah. No, you guys already have it.
I don't. What's your name, sir? I need
Jason
your
White.
name.
Jason White has it.
Okay, I'm asking you.
I'm telling you, your
Sir,
chief.
he's not here.
Okay. I'm sure all of your supervisors have my name, so you guys already
Sir,
have
I
that.
can't file the report right if I don't have your name.
You have it. You have access to it.
But I don't know who you are.
That's
I
fine.
can't access them.
I'm telling you that you have access to it. Like all your superiors have my name, so you can get it from them. All
They
right.
don't know who I'm dealing with at this certain time, sir.
What's that?
They don't know who I'm dealing with.
You just
at this
put down blind justice, and they have the name to go with that.
What's your name, Blind Justice?
That's what I'm telling you. You talk to one of your supervisors, and they will give it to you.
Sir, I need the information to file the report.
You said, hold on. What was your name? Was what again?
If you want to, it's right here. I didn't say my name
Uh,
twice. Officer Ward.
Worf. Oh, you came to our house.
Yes.
Okay, so you have our name. You know where we live and our name,
with
right?
This thing, I need your information.
You've got it.
What's your date? I don't.
You already have it.
Birth. What's your date of birth?
You went to our house, correct?
I don't know your date of birth.
Did you go to our house?
Do I know your date of birth?
Do you need a date of birth for
Yes,
police
for the report?
No, you don't.
Sir, I cannot file. I can't file the report.
That's not true.
Yes,
You know anything about this?
There's a guy over here talking. This is insanity.
Yeah.
Somebody exercises constitutional protected
Yeah.
rights. They freak out.
No. We keep getting threats from people, and you guys have my name. You have all the information at the station. You have that.
No, I do not.
Well, if you don't personally have it, your supervisor does. Jason White has it.
When we come on
and
scene somewhere, we have to get the proper information.
I hear you.
Each
Well,
officer gets that information every time they go.
I got you. But I'm telling you, I don't feel comfortable giving it to you right now.
Give me that information. Can I have that information?
You can get it from your supervisor. You have access to the information, and we were attacked. We were battered. Right? We have this constant harassment going on. Right? We have people making verbal threats to us. And so that's what's going on. She actually has the license plate of the guy that attacked me.
Can you provide that for me?
Yeah. Did you get that license
Still
plate
working on
yet?
it. She's got the description of the guy put up, but I'm
All right.
trying to get him to give the license plate.
Well, you have to tell me since you see these
Oh.
She saw him, but she is also live to the internet.
I
So
don't want to file the report either.
You do want to make an official police report?
yeah, let's do it.
You want to make an official police report?
Let's go for it.
Okay. We
Name
need
it that
the
first.
information, okay?
You guys, that's what I'm telling you. You guys have that already.
We need the information.
Right, you have that. You have access to that. Jason White has it, and I'm sure your Lieutenant Smith and Lieutenant Handy have it. Right, they already have that information.
But you don't want to give us your information?
Not right now because we're live to the internet. Just like I wouldn't ask you for your personal information over we're being live to the internet. Does that make sense?
You asked me my name a while ago.
What's that?
You asked me my name a while ago.
I don't know, did I?
You asked me my name a while ago.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now they're going to listen. I'll put this in your bag.
You're welcome. So if a truck comes by and blows smoke at you multiple times, that's harassment, correct?
I don't know if they got an exhaust bottle.
We've got a whole bunch of license plates of the people doing that. Yeah. So whole bunch of
Okay. Well,
trucks
you
doing
said
that.
you want to file a report on that right now, right?
On that, the assault, the battery, there's several different things going on right now. There's this ongoing harassment that we have right now that you guys are witnesses to.
How they're harassing?
Like I just said, they're chasing us around town. We go and they'll chase around. We stop in a corner.
It's their right to ride around town like it's your right to walk around town.
Right, they can drive around town,
Yeah,
but
we can't stop
when
them from doing
they
that.
come up to a corner and they blow smoke at us every time we're at a corner, that's harassment. That's stalking and harassment. Right? They're not just driving around town willy-nilly. They're going on hunting for us, and they're telling us that they're hunting us down. Right? They're threatening us, making verbal threats, and we have hundreds of people witnessing this live on the internet.
Okay, if you have the information, you go take one out in Wentworth for that, okay?
You guys aren't going to do that?
We didn't witness that. We can't take charges out we didn't witness.
You don't
Okay.
take it one out on that person herself.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not going to do anything right now?
Yes, I'm trying to get paid a report.
All right.
You will not give me the information that I need to file the report.
You have access to that information.
We get that information from the person every time.
I understand that's what you
If you
your
understand
policy
that, I
is.
need that information.
No, you're not letting me
Okay.
talk. I understand that may be your normal policy and procedures. That's not the only way to get access to the
So
information.
you do not want
So-
me to follow policies and procedures? That's what my policy is, to get the name and date of birth.
I hear that's what you're saying.
But you do not want me to follow the procedures, right?
No,
right?
there's so under the ADA, the Americans with Disabilities Act,
Uh-huh.
you making a request that you guys not get my personal information right now in front of all these people in public, being live streamed to the internet.
Okay, it's just me and you right now. If you
No,
can cut your live stream
or not
off,
because of safety, because we're not safe. No.
Go ahead. Coming up. We want to talk to you.
All right. So Jason.
I think so. 32172T is the license plate.
Okay.
32172T.
That's the license plate. You guys get that? Right. You guys have that already, right?
We have some information, yes,
Okay.
but can we verify with you just to make sure?
Can we do it another time where we're not right here? We have everybody threaten
Would you like
us?
to go to the police department? We can go up there and get everything documented.
Because we were attacked right here.
Okay.
Somebody ripped off my obstacle detector. They tore apart my sign.
So, yeah.
And she has the license plate. She just told you guys. What was it?
Can we go do it right now? That way we can go ahead and confirm. That way we can get it documented and get it on paper before we actually get the report filed.
All right, let's do it.
You want to do it right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
But we're walking, and I anticipate
You
these.
want to ride with us, or? That's up to you. We're trying to help you. If you'd like to ride with us, we can go up there right now.
I'll walk.
Okay.
But will you guys monitor, make sure that they stop
We sure will.
issuing threats and blowing smoke at us?
We sure will.
All right.
If you're not safe, we can get you a ride.
I don't feel safe in your car or with them doing what they're doing. All right. I'm fine in a rock and roll place.
We'll do it right now.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
Are you going to go, I guess, just up to Cater here?
I'm gonna walk this main Decatur, the wall. Yeah. So, you got it. All right. Did you see any of the attackers over there? Yeah. It was in the intersection all the time?
Yeah, that kept coming back from that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because you haven't touched your sign like this. That's not how that works.
It's like you can track my backpack. You can grab my backpack off my body. Like, insanity. Adam Kokesh? Hey, Adam. So that Officer Worf is the guy that was at her house. Like you're at her house issuing stuff with my name on it, and you're saying you don't have my name. Like, that's bullshit.
He even said he was there. Well, we don't know.
Right. Right. Say Jeff's coming. You want to drop yours? Okay. That the second attacker sounded like the guy that I said had a micro penis with the loud car. So if somebody wants to go back in the first live stream, we're around the corner by the gas station. There's a guy that looped around twice, and I think she got the license plate then. I don't remember if she did or not. Mine? Oh yeah, it is. All right, sorry guys. Uh, I don't know if Jeff's here. You can tell Jeff we're going to the Madison Police Department.
Hurry has you back. Welcome.
Hey, Furry.
Hurry's in here.
We're getting some furry-like attention, except on a mob scale. You can just have them smell my scarf to smell like the amount of exhaust that they've dumped into us. Mhm. Yeah.
All right.
Constitution Week.
Constitution Week. Yeah, mayor out there. Standing on his declaration. Hey guys.
Double live stream, yeah.
Yeah. They're like freaking out and going over. Phone was having no video, but audio. Your phone was blind, and then mine was again. We were on.
Yeah. He said that Jason White wasn't working today. He wasn't available.
Did he really?
That's what Worf just told me
Oh
prior to
God.
Jason White walking up.
Wow, I didn't hear that.
Yeah. And the cops parked on Wall Street.
No, we'll cross you. I'll let you go. We'll be nice. We didn't mean to make y'all mad.
Yeah. Yeah, so if somebody wants to go back through the video and find the guy the two guys that attacked us. Did they make physical contact with you, or is it just me? There's one guy that you said was in a red truck at the intersection, and then another guy chased me down and was trying to rip it. The second guy's the one that broke my tuning van, my obstacle detector.
Oh, the second guy that came to help the first guy,
Mm-hmm.
the blind guy.
Yeah.
We're not going that far. Red.
Who's it behind? Okay.
Oh no, it's just another stalker.
Yeah. Where is that? Oh. Hey, how's it going?
A whole line coming behind him.
Yeah.
I meant like a soda.
Yeah. Yeah.
Move right. There's a lot of construction going on. I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna sit the phone back up.
You get a Carolina Otter? if you guys want to clip out those attacks and email it to the Blind Justice email, it's insideisfree@gmail.com. Huh? What is it?
That was the white one that kept doing white stuff. Every time he does it, I can't see his tag.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Was
That's
he? Where's Jason?
Jason White's behind me. In the
Oh.
car. He pulled in behind me.
Huh?
We don't. Our signal's
I don't know. Is it hot in there? Is it?
It's where it's cooled off some. I mean, it's not,
I'll check it out. Well, I mean, you have you can actually see the stuff. Yeah. Right out here.
the what?
We do just right out in front. Get a little more air.
Got the information you need?
What's that?
Your name and date of birth?
Yeah, Jason said that you guys have that, and then you'll confirm it here. So.
You said you can go click here, come up here to get that up to here because you didn't feel safe there.
No, that's not what I understood. I understood that he confirmed that you guys have that information, and that you guys would come up here and you would confirm it.
To confirm to make sure that matches up what we got.
All right. Well,
I know what that was said.
That's not what I understood. So if you want to get him, get Jason, then we can.
Give me 1 second.
All right. Well, but you said he wasn't working, and then he walked up. So I don't really trust you, because you've been lying to my face.
I'm continuing to talk to you when I can't call him when you continue to talk.
Okay. Well, just stop lying. You said that Jason wasn't working, and then he walked up. Yeah, you said he wasn't available. That's what you told me. Maybe 2 minutes before he walked up.
Are you going to confirm the actual information?
Yeah, we'll confirm it. If you guys got it.
Yeah, he's going to pull everything up.
Perfect.
Just get off the computer. Do y'all want to step in? I mean, just right here, I'm saying.
My stuff dries as soon as we go in for some reason.
Well, I mean, you can step in until we come back out, then we can go back out. You step in for now, and then come right back out.
If it's just to wait, I'll wait.
Yeah, we can just wait right here. Appreciate it, though. Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
You want everything, honey? All the things?
Yeah, cops allowing the harassment or encouraging it or stoking it or, not doing anything to stop it. Yeah, absolutely. Hmm? Jeff, I heard your message. We're just put in Madison Police Department, Madison, North Carolina. Yeah, if somebody wants to try to pull up where they attacked, and see if you can identify the second attacker. His voice sounded similar to one of the guys early on at the gas station that was revving his engine. So I don't know if we have his I don't know if we have his license plate or not. Eric Brandt posted the attack. Okay. Stay in yours. Yeah. Do you want to go down to one? You hold this.
Yeah, the last thing is the whole thing.
Yeah.
You guys, I'm gonna grab the link. Once you post the other line, Madison PD.
That way you can get on your. That way you can pull things up on your phone.
Yeah, because I need to get my phone going here.
Yeah, they said that Eric posted the attack on his.
All right. Ken, will you go grab the link to my live and post it in this chat? Everybody can jump over there. Let's see what you got. Oh, yours is not. I'm gonna bet. You got 159. I've got 237. I don't want to lose them.
Yeah.
Because there's still a whole bunch of no. I think 10 units. Once you post the link, I'll jump over.
Okay.
I may leave mine buffering so I can turn it back on. Like if I just close out the app, it doesn't end.
Yeah.
That way, if I think you got, yeah, I saw an email. This is the main channel. This is, yeah, we're on the same channel. We just have two live streams. All right, I'm gonna record this. I also have a chat.
If you have the info, she can look at it and verify it for
Okay,
me.
well, I was just,
That,
you know your name, date of birth, and your address, right?
yeah, but I can't see it, so I prefer that she looks at it rather than you speak it over the internet.
Now, I have to confirm him. He's the
Right, that's what she's going to do. She's
He's
going to
the
confirm it.
complaining party. We're going to file with him.
And she's going to help me. She's helping me as my eyes.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
if you can hear me, that's how we're going to do it, Mr. Nelson.
Well, I'm preferring that we do it with her looking at it
Well,
rather than you speaking it.
Though. I can't get her information out to anybody, even your wife.
She's acting as my assistive
I
device.
cannot give any information.
So I'm making an ADA request that she be able to look at that to confirm it for me rather than you speak it.
Okay. Well,
Okay?
Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I hope so.
She's trying to help you.
Yeah, so if you've got it and she can see it.
Okay. His name.
I'll look at it.
What? Why can't I say his name? It's public
Because
record. It's already record on here.
Okay, would you want to give your full name and date of birth to the internet? Do you want to give your full name and date of birth to the internet?
Public record.
Do you want to give? Go ahead. If you want to give your.
Well, you're the one that's interneting it, sir. You're the one
Right,
that's streaming.
and that's for our protection.
I know we're in cameras. We're on
Right.
video right now.
But we can't get access to your cameras.
I mean,
The courts won't give us access. What's that?
Can I have access to yours?
Yes, it's live to the internet. You absolutely can get it.
Can I have a copy of yours from you?
Yes, you download it from the internet.
No, come straight from you.
It's not saved to this. It's saved to the internet. It's saved to the cloud. You understand that? Like you have the same access to it that I do. Do you get that? Right. So she is acting as my eyes to confirm that information.
I'm not making you read anything.
Well, I'm requesting that you do not speak it out loud while I have a live stream running.
No, this is information.
Okay. Maybe we need to get Jason out here so that you can not mess this up anymore because this is Americans with Disabilities Act. It's federal law. All Right? I'm making an ADA request to not do it the way that you're saying is policy. That's what I was trying to tell you in the
So
corner.
you don't want me to follow policy?
That's what the ADA is
You
for.
don't want me to follow policy?
Wait,
Yes
stop
or no?
interrupting. Do you?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're not going to. If you're going to stop interrupting me, then go somewhere else because you're not qualified to handle this conversation.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All
I'm trying to
right. So
help you,
your
sir.
policy is one thing.
I'm
The
trying to help
listen
you.
to me. Your policy is one thing. The ADA allows for people to request a modification to the policy. That is what I am doing to you. I'm requesting a modification to your policy. Do you understand that? Under the Americans with Disabilities Act. For you to refuse that, you're violating federal law and you've lost your qualified immunity. Do you understand that? You have a policy. I get it. I'm asking to modify your policy under the Americans with Disabilities Act. That is the current request. We are trying to do that. We're trying to do that while honoring the Americans with Disabilities Act. And if you can't do that while honoring the ADA, then you are violating my disability rights. Do you understand that? If you don't understand that, I get it. You haven't been trained on it. I've checked your guys' policies and procedures. You have zero training, as far as I can tell, in your policies and procedures on how to handle disability requests. That's what we're trying to work with Jason. I've been trying to get a meeting with him to work that out. Yes, and in order for you to deny it, it has to go through a department head, and he has to put it in writing specifically how you honoring that request would be an undue burden. Okay, that's how you deny it. You don't just deny it willy nilly. Right? The go-to is to honor the request, to grant the request, because all it is letting her look at it. That's it.
Your information.
My information, yes, that I can consent and give to her, because she's operating as my eyes, because I can't see it, and I don't want you to read it, because the internet is watching. For my protection.
That's your choice.
Right, and that's for my protection. You understand that? That again, it goes back to the disability. It goes back to PTSD. It goes back to needing safety.
We're here to help you. We were not trying
Well,
to.
I understand that's what you're saying. But that's not been our history together.
Okay, you don't have a history with me. So
You came to my house, right? Did you come to my house? Did you come to my house? And when you came to my house, there you said you didn't need to check IDs. I didn't need to verify something that you said you knew who I was. Hold on. No. When you wanted to serve papers, when you wanted to serve papers, you said that you didn't need ID, that you knew who I was. Now that I'm trying to file a police report, you're saying that you don't know who I am. Which is it, Ward? Yeah. You have Lieutenant Smith too, right? Or is it the same two guys? All right. I can't tell if this is charging. I hope it is. Can you,
Not with the steady stream up.
usually it makes a sound, but I don't. Is the light on in this at least?
Yeah.
All right, so it should be good.
So dark.
What is?
The screen. I mean, just because it's so bright out here. I don't know what kind of stuff they got in this building, but my stuff doesn't want to play.
As soon as you go in, it like feels it.
Red truck.
Is that directed towards us?
Probably. I don't know. Okay.
Is that a proper use of a horn, officer?
Sounds like it worked fine.
But is that the proper use of a horn?
Yes, I mean, I wasn't looking right there.
You guess so? Were they?
Sounds like it's working good.
What's the proper use of a horn according to the North Carolina traffic code?
Just like an alert.
To alert if there's like a dangerous situation in the road? Yeah, okay. And
Or there may be something in the road.
right.
To alert somebody.
So is that what happened? Was there a dangerous situation?
Well, I can't see past the corner of the building.
Okay. But if somebody's blaring their horn at somebody that's on the corner, that's an improper use of the horn, right?
Could be.
Could be.
Depends on how you construe it.
Like a mob coming out, babe. Like a mob coming out.
Yeah. Are you checking with?
Okay.
Yeah.
You say you're gonna confirm it. You okay if I give her the information?
As long as she can see
I
it.
look at it.
All right.
They're
I
right.
got chicken scratch. My handwriting's not that good.
All right.
It's never been a strong point. Okay.
All right.
All right. Just bear with me with
All
that.
right.
Okay. Can you do that for me?
I'll do my best.
All right.
Now, if it's illegible, then I can only do so much. All right. Yep. I believe so.
Yeah. Well, wait a minute. Let me-
Okay. Address is on here. Confirm. You know where I live.
Yeah.
And then Yes, I believe.
Okay, there we go. That's settled.
There you go.
All right. Phone number if we need to get in touch with you about anything, about any follow up, anything else. Can I get
Sure.
that?
I'll give you 336 310
310
9428.
9428. Okay. And what was the first thing besides the sign that was broke? You said some watch thing.
It's a obstacle detector. It's called a Sunu band. It's
Can I see it just to get the name and everything off of it?
it's SUNU Sunu band.
SUN.
Yeah, it's a high-tech device issued by the VA.
This pin, it's not.
It was on my wrist, and they ripped it off
How
my
much?
wrist.
What's the value of it?
I don't know. It's probably a few $100s.
Yeah, I'd have to look it up online.
So would you say a couple $100 too, $300?
Probably $200 to $700. I don't know. I have to check. They're pretty expensive.
Well, I'm gonna leave that blank right now
Yeah.
since I don't know the price of that.
Yeah, I'll let you know once we figure it out.
All right. How much was your sign?
What, $10?
Sure. Close to. I mean. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Well,
we're
gonna
estimating
We're
here.
gonna go $10.
Yeah, we'll guesstimate $10.
The
Okay.
Sunu is 300.
$300 for the Sunu band.
Okay. Where did they assault you at? You said 300.
The location is at the corner of.
I mean, where on your body, sir?
Oh, my primarily my arm, my right arm that was holding the sign.
You said your right arm.
Yeah,
The one.
yeah. Because she was holding my phone and I was holding the sign and my
Okay.
cane.
Do you need EMS or anything right now to check you out?
I don't think so.
Okay. And you said you had a suspect, correct?
She has. If you want, you can probably play the video if you pull up Eric's channel.
I have it
Or you got it?
pulled up on me. All right. You might want to stand in the shade to see the screen if you want. You can just watch the whole thing for yourself.
No, I mean, if you need to provide it for me, can you play it?
Well, yeah.
You want me to touch your phone? I don't
That's
know.
why I was gonna play it for you to make sure you can see it. That's why I said.
It's not playing.
If somebody has the. All right, if somebody wants to pull up that license plate for the attackers, trying to get that. Trying to get that license plate, guys. Carolina Auditor, the email is insightisfree@gmail.com. License plate number of the first guy that did the attack, and if there's a second, because she said it was a red truck in the intersection, and I know she read it off. Somebody thinks that the guy that attacked me is across the street. Okay. What about the ongoing stalking harassing that we have currently?
Stalking harassment?
Yes.
I cannot do nothing about them across the street highway. That's their right to stand right there. Like, their
Huh?
right to stand. I can't do nothing about it.
We're not talking about that. We're talking about the threats that the people that have
Like,
been.
I advise you again, if you know who that was, you can go file a warrant down and
Right. It's likely some of the same people that are right across the street.
Okay,
So,
well, I can't confirm that. So.
okay. Are you guys gonna do anything to stop it?
Stop what?
Them from following us and harassing
We can
and
follow
and
you.
blowing
We
exhaust?
can follow you home, or we can provide an escort to your house if you need us to. But I cannot make them not be on the road. No, sir.
What about addressing any of the traffic violations? Any of them like
Justin, but
driving aggressively and
I'm
using
trying to handle
excessive
this
use of the
situation
horn and
first. I
blowing
can't
out the
handle
smoke?
any other situation until.
This is part of the same issue.
Okay, but I'm talking to you and trying to.
you're safe instead of somebody
License plate is a red truck, 90 Chevy, half-ton extended cab, short bed. The license plate is 321-722.
Is it? Do you know the state?
Okay. Well, it was yellow. It was the Marine.
But it's not confirmed state though. Okay.
It was a yellow tag.
Unknown state.
I didn't.
You said your band and your sign. Is there anything else that was damaged or hurt?
Uh, I don't know. I got adrenaline run, so I don't know about my arm. I have to check out later. Um, yeah. So I mean, this is Constitution Week in Madison, yeah, according to the alderman, and our First Amendment rights have been attacked by other people, and
Can't handle now. We're here to
right.
help you. I can
Well,
assist you. I found you and assist
right. I
you.
understand, like after the fact, and so we're asking about defense of those, like, right? Because when we swear that oath, it was to uphold and to defend it, right?
I'm
So
trying. I'm taking up for your rights right now. And
okay.
I'm filing a report for you and trying to assist you right now. Yes, sir.
All right. So is anyone going to try to make sure that they
Well,
don't
I'm trying to
attack
file.
us on the way,
Yeah, we will.
on our way?
Like I said, I'll provide an escort to you, or we can run behind you to your house. You can route us, or we can
Yeah,
follow
if
you
you
to
guys
your
want
house.
to follow us, that'd be fine.
But this is the thing too, Mr. You said Planet Justice.
Yeah.
You said we can't follow you around town the rest of the day. I mean, if we come to y'all, if y'all need assistance, we will come help you.
Okay.
Okay, but we cannot come around town the whole day and just give you an escort everywhere you go. We have other duties we have to provide too for this city.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there other crime going on right now?
Yes, there's other crimes going around too
Okay.
that we have to
Is
make
it
sure.
is it less important than defending the First Amendment?
Every crime's important. So yes, sir.
Right.
Every crime is important. Yeah.
Right. So that's what we're
Anybody that
saying. Like
needs help,
these
anybody that needs help will go
well,
and
these
assist
people
them.
have actively made threats and have been harassing and
So
stalking us for over an hour.
we cannot do anything about that. Like I said, you can go to Wentworth and file the charges if you know the person and if you want to handle it that way. We cannot do anything
You're not going
about
to file any of those?
file what? Yeah,
Harassment and stalking?
I'll put
Because you can get the
communicating threats on the report that I'm filing right
okay.
now that you was assaulted with. Yes, sir.
All right. Because it's not just those two guys. There's multiple
Okay.
people
Well,
in cars
do you
and
know their names, their date of
no,
birth?
it's she's got the. If you go back to our video, it'll
Okay. Well,
show.
I don't go to your video, no, sir.
You can't use that as a source
No, I don't use
for
your video because
investigation.
that's a third-party source. That's your source.
That's just ridiculous.
Do you want us to follow you home now?
If you guys want to escort, make sure that nobody continues to attack, then yeah. What's that? Oh, I want you guys to honor your oath. Like I'm telling you, there's active crime afoot, and if you guys were going to ignore that, like it seems like you did before, and then and things escalated when you left, right? Things escalated, and we walked away. We were stalked and tracked down, and then they physically made contact. So that's what happened when you guys left,
Okay, well,
because you guys made contact with us before, and it seemed like you kind of dissipated it, and then once you left the scene, then they continued to escalate it. So
Can I call you Miss Justice then, if that's the case? You want us to follow you to your house so you have an escort, correct?
I want you guys to patrol and make sure that the all right. Well, no, I don't know. Remember.
You're going. I mean, I see it.
All right, I think I got it.
Yeah.
Hmm. Hey, where you going?
Me? I don't know. You tell me. You pick where you want to walk to. I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Go up. Right? Yeah.
That's your address?
Hmm?
109 Tiball, your address?
There were now threats like that. Are you gonna do anything about that?
I just heard your address.
Hmm?
He thinks it's funny.
Yeah.
They want them to do this. They clearly, see, they don't want to do this.
Mm-hmm. All right. So there you go.
They're not going to do anything about that.
Where's Jeff? What do you say?
They're yelling an address and saying, we're on the way.
Well, Jeff is on the way. How about you call Jeff? Find out where he is.
Alright. Because I don't trust the ones that are supposedly escorting the phone.
Yeah. Yeah. It's Madison. The town of Madison is Rockingham County, guys.
We could just walk to McDonald's until we get somebody we trust here.
Yeah.
How are you, brother? He says about an hour. Alright, brother.
Mm-hmm. So what?
So I'll follow you unless you tell me to.
Right? Yeah. How would that work? If one of us would have pulled a gun on those attackers, what do you think would have happened? Somebody's saying we should have a gun. Yeah. Then you'd have the mob pull their guns out and shoot us dead on the street.
Yeah, even if I had pepper spray,
Right.
if we had shown any sort of violence, they would have taken that as the go ahead to kill us. Right? Seriously, there's a whole parade of them popped up.
Yeah.
And they're just gonna let them do it. You can't stop them on the road.
Hmm.
I said I can't stop them on the road, but they're literally yelling threats in front of cops.
Right.
Said their buddy, the cops think it's funny.
Yeah. This parade behind a cop trying to follow us to the house. And they're not doing anything to stop it. It's like stopping them from going down the roadway is just if they're just going on the roadway is one thing, but if you're actively harassing and stalking, that's another thing. Like, yeah, you still got a whole herd of people. Right. The cops are leading the mob to the house. Right.
If we did that to anybody, they would come and put us away.
Right.
We followed anybody around, just us, in one vehicle,
Right.
not even yelling.
Get the kids. I'm gonna talk with the kids. Get the kids ready. Yeah. Oh, we can go. Yeah, this way goes.
I have no idea.
You know.
No idea. But I love that we can just stand here and they all just gonna sit there.
Hmm.
Goes a long way.
See the cops right here.
Yeah, he's right here.
Right here. You hear what he's saying?
Are you hearing this? Are you hearing this?
Y'all stand there for 10 minutes so I can stop getting out.
Yeah. Do you hear? Do you hear what they're doing?
You're causing me to block traffic right now.
No, no, no. You can pull up and park.
I mean, he doesn't want to. And they can go right around you, but they're not going to because they're harassing us.
We jerk the angry mob away from us. Is there?
I can't help them being on the street and highway.
But clearly they're targeting us. Yes.
I can't.
Clear. Hold on. This angry mob is trying to follow us to our house.
Let me speak for 2 seconds. Okay? Let me speak for 2 seconds. I can't make you do anything, correct? I can't make you go home. I can't make you get out of the road. I can't make you get off the sidewalk. I can't make them get out of their cars. I can't make them get off the sidewalk. What do you want me to do? You want me to violate their rights too?
No, there's traffic codes. Are they? Are they?
No, they're not blocking traffic. You can
They're not blocking traffic.
No. They're not.
Okay.
Pull over, right behind him.
All right.
You told me to pull over. I pulled over.
I asked you to pull over. Right. They're yelling threats.
And now they're
Right now they're not because you're out of your car. But when you're in the car, they're yelling threats at us, talking about following us home. It's an angry mob trying to follow me to my house.
Okay, Coach, you asked me for an escort. You said, can you?
No, I asked you to stop the crime that is afoot. Yes, you can. Absolutely. You can go tell them that the threats, the harassment, and the stalking is a crime. And you can stop that from happening. It's a dereliction of duty if you do not.
I can't tell them to stop going down the road.
You can tell them to stop following people around town and yelling threats. That's stalking and harassing. You can absolutely tell them to do that.
You escort home so they.
I'm asking you to stop the crime.
Yeah, can we continue this?
I'm asking you to stop the crime
Can we
afoot.
continue?
Smith said he's going to try to do what he can do with this group. It sounds like he wants him to stay behind.
All right.
So he's walking off, I guess.
Okay, well, he's talking to them. Can we continue?
He told you to go ahead, didn't he? Or did you
I
hear?
didn't do that. I'm not leaving.
I-
You want me to leave an officer behind?
He just said that to
He
you.
does not have a car, nothing. I'm not leaving another officer behind. No,
That's what I thought he said.
just said
Was
that
the
to
continue to
you.
escort us while he
I did not
talked.
hear him. Mr. Justice was
Okay.
speaking. I could not overhear.
He's right by the police station.
You want to let's go get these license plates of all these people that are stalking and harassing. Since you're not going to do it, we'll do it. All right. Tell me the name of the plates. License plates.
What is it? A white Dodge RBC 4066.
All right.
So white Dodge Journey.
All right. How about this
Now
one?
we have a red Ram 1500X. It's weighted.
All right. Make sure you look for the attackers too.
That might be him, actually.
You think so?
I think he might be.
Hold on, I give you my. Hold on.
Thanks, man. That saved me some time.
HKX 9067.
Thanks, man.
Got it.
I appreciate it. You know, public effect. All right, we got HKX. You just run it 9067.
Uh huh.
Now I don't know this little car. I don't have a big truck. Yeah. PMX 9783 Century. These are all North Carolina plates.
All right.
Yeah, you guys won't take these plates.
It's stalking and harassing.
7.
FJ 9797.
And that's a Ram.
All right.
This man. They can leave. They can leave. They can all leave. TCF 4544 focus.
All right. Yeah, we do. Not with an angry mob at our back. Not with an angry mob at our back. No. How about you disperse the angry mob? What about this traffic violation here, sir? What about this guy? Is that safe? No, that is not safe.
He's backing up for people.
There's a blind corner up there, right? How about you? How about you do that? That's what's safety right there.
We're walking down the
How about you have to handle that issue?
This line is just parked facing the wrong way.
You can go chase that one down and get it, babe.
Scared. Maybe it's one. That's suspicious.
Yeah. Are you recording or live? Huh?
I think I got them all.
Yeah.
One of them got away because they ran like whatever. Okay. It's just infuriating. They're saying it's our fault. How is it our fault that these people are all lined up?
Yeah.
If they claim it's because of the sign,
Right.
stop this recording. I'm recording.
So you were recording when you got all those orders? All right, good.
I have no my what do you tell them? And the big truck. We all know what a big truck means. reasonable of the two. And he did say he was going to go see if he could do something about that dog because he knew they were his friends, but they weren't a threat to him. How you doing? Hey, that's the guy that attacked you.
Is it?
JW8750. Pretty sure. I'll confirm that later. Hey, and Lily walked on some puppies too, right? It's a weighted tag. It's white and blue red.
Hi. Can I say hi? Hi, puppy. Okay.
Yeah, they are flat. She's actually 8. Really? Yeah, she's got very short hair. Well, they were rescued. She was a very little cute puppy, and so she never grew into her feet. I think that's what happened. You see that? Yeah, everyone thinks she's a puppy.
Thanks. Yep.
We're trying to provide you an escort home.
Yeah.
Make sure you get home safely.
Yeah.
You and your Miss Justice. Do you want us to continue to help you there? We're trying to get you home, but you keep stopping. We're just trying to get you home.
We're trying to make sure that we don't have an angry mob following us to our house. Does that make sense?
We get that.
The guy that was right behind you, she said was the guy that attacked me.
We tried to disperse it, in which we did. Okay, we try. We're
All right.
trying to help
Great.
you as much as we can.
Let's find out if it
We're
works.
trying to get you home.
Yeah.
But when you're not going home,
We are.
We can't make you go home. That's clear.
That's where we're going.
But I mean,
We're just changing direction because we're getting followed by an angry mob.
Okay.
So, that makes sense?
Do you want us to still help you get home?
I want you to continue to make sure that people do not
You still want us to
hurt
help you?
people that are simply walking around.
Okay, so you
Right.
want us to still help you, right?
The guy, did he pull off or did he drive off?
I'm not. I didn't get.
The guy that was right behind you a minute ago
Okay, well, I
was
was
the guy
trying to
that
get
attacked
everybody
me.
out of the roadway like you want us to. Okay.
All right.
So I couldn't do that at that time. So
All
you
right.
want us to continue to help you?
If you want, like, I don't want.
It's your safety that we're trying to help you with. So you want us to
So it
continue to
sounds
help
like if we say no, then if we get attacked on the corner here and you happen to be driving by, then you have a free pass.
No, I'm trying to assist
That's
y'all
what I'm
any way we
concerned
can.
with. Like,
All right.
they'll take it. The mob who's listening and
We're
watching.
just trying to help y'all.
Stay there. I recognize your face. Oh, just a minute ago. Come in. I just only saw this.
Since y'all will need our assistance, we will continue to help y'all. Okay?
What do you think? Do you think all this is just normal?
I mean, it is the business.
Is this normal traffic? Come on. These are the same cars.
I don't know, sir. I mean, what do you want me to
You're
say?
acting like you're dumb, but you're not. You're a smart guy.
What do you want me to say?
I know you're a smart guy. I know you know the right thing.
What do you want?
I know you know this is harassment and
What do you want me to
stalking.
say?
I want you to do your job.
I'm doing my job.
No,
I'm
sir.
assisting y'all and helping y'all.
No, sir.
I'm here with you
There's
now.
crime afoot, and you're not doing
What
anything.
crime is afoot right now?
Harassment and stalking.
So driving down the road is harassment.
No, when you are circling people and chasing them around when they go from
Well,
point
I'm
A to
trying
point
to assist
B.
you going home.
You can observe this. Okay, I don't want that. I want you
You don't
to.
want our help?
I don't want you to assist in the manner that you're trying to assist. I want you to do the job that you are paid to do, and that is enforce the law. Right? If you're going to claim to enforce the law, laws are being broken in your presence, not by us, but the people that are stalking, harassing, and having an angry mob chase us around town.
So we're just trying to assist you home right now.
All you have to do is make sure that criminal activity stops.
Okay,
And if that means you have to cite them or do whatever you need to do, give them a warning, get their information, however you want to do it, right? That's on you. You have policies and procedures to do that. Us walking home, we want to try to do it without a mob, right? Led by the police.
Well, you're the one that asked us for assistance, the escort
It
to
doesn't
the.
sound like you're hearing what the
But you,
assistance
I kind of just did. Yeah.
You got 2 vehicles now.
Okay.
You got 2 vehicles.
Well, we want to make sure that people that are stalking and harassing will stop that. And if that means that you need to address that with them and get their information, then go for it. All right.
Oh, they're in a church parking lot.
Oh no. Yeah. All right. Does that make sense? Like,
We will continue to assist you.
we want you guys to stop the criminal activity afoot.
We will.
That's what we want you to do.
All right, we will continue
All right?
to assist y'all.
Yeah, definitely.
They're all upset about something.
Yeah.
She's upset about it.
Right.
Of course. It just shows the backwards thinking. If you're going to blame one individual for the actions of 50, 100,
Right.
whatever the number, I'm really bad at guessing. Or 2 individuals. Like,
Mm-hmm.
And most of them are yelling the very words that they're so upset about.
Right.
Like, what? That one's bringing up shit everywhere.
We didn't call the police. It got to the level where the you have I don't know 20 plus cars, trucks coming through, spreading exhaust and screaming and honking and attacking people like that's a riot. You know, you're getting these guys stalking and
We
harassing.
got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Four environmental
What's that?
Which way? If you want to go across, the red car has a red light.
Okay. We'll go behind them. Hello.
Like, I just don't understand. They're wishing harm upon us.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But like, literally, for what?
They don't know.
They don't know. They're not human. And that's what's scary. I can deal with humans. I'm not afraid of humans. It's the robots and the drones and the non-thinking zombies. Was I wrong? Was I hearing that wrong? That he's saying, do you want to assist you? Do you want to
Mm-hmm.
assist you? He was asking for a way out.
Yes.
Because what I said was dead on,
Yep.
wasn't it?
Yep.
That means if they beat us up right on the corner, he just got about it because you said him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, these people
Right.
worship
He's
him.
he's trying to avoid responsibility. That's what he's taught. He's taught to avoid responsibility and to pass the buck by saying, "Oh, I'm just doing what I was told." You know, that's what he's taught to pass responsibility. And so he wants to try to pass responsibility. He doesn't want to admit that he sees a crime and he's not doing anything about it. Huh?
Yeah, it's
Mm. I hear what you're saying, man. I think that their behavior needs to be addressed, not necessarily walking with me. Does that make sense? You have the kids get in the car already? You hear me? Hmm? Can you hear him on the other road? Mm-hmm. Huh? You can go up and get with the kids, and I'm gonna go right here. Okay? No, we didn't ask them to walk us home. We asked them to make sure that the people that are threatening, stalking, and harassing would stop. That's what we asked them to do. How's it going? Been better. Got an angry mom following me to my house. Pretty crazy. Are they up here on the corner or am I? All right. All right. So if you guys are just tuning into the live, which has been a long live stream, uh, the town alderman and mayor. Hi guys. What? Maybe tomorrow or maybe later today. Okay. Um, the town alderman and mayor passed a proclamation that this week is Constitution Week. So we made a sign that said Happy Constitution Week on one side, and the other side said, you know, Eric Brandt's 8 magic letters. Fuck cops. Right? So we went walking in town to exercise the First Amendment freedom of speech, freedom of the press, freedom of protest, and um, then a mob formed when we were in the downtown area, like people getting out and yelling at us. And there's a lot of people that went by before that. They were, as Jessica said, were supportive. They were, giving thumbs up and doing the, the happy honk, not the angry honk. And then we started having more and more big trucks and diesels and stuff that were rolling coal at us, dumping exhaust at us on the corner. And then police came out and were trying to say, the words in the sign are profanity and yada yada. And we were explaining, well, this is the First Amendment, it's the Constitution, protected free speech, and even tell them it's Constitution Week, like so we're exercising First Amendment rights, just like the mayor wanted. And so then they told the other mob like to disperse to, they were at the corner downtown, and they did. They backed off, and then the police rolled off, and we continued on our walk, and then went through an alley and had people circling around the block trying to find us and pulling up through the. Yo, what's that? Yeah.
Sergeant Smith, you good?
I don't know. Are they still on me?
Not behind me at the moment.
All right. Yeah, I guess, man. Like, if you guys are gonna follow up and make sure that these people are held accountable. So, all right.
I thought you would have been home by now.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure that everybody's safe. So, we'll give you guys a list of the license plates from the mob that was on the street. All right.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, they were waiting around the corner in the alley and yelling at us and yelling threats and things to try to get us shook, And so we turned down the sidewalk and went to right in front of the city hall. Actually, this intersection. The guy stopped his truck in the intersection, got out, ran over, and tried ripping my sign out of my hands. Did it a few times, and then he was like running. I tried to walk away from him. He ran up in my space and stopped, and was ripping my sign out. They eventually ripped it apart, and the second guy came up and was chasing me down the sidewalk and came up behind me running to snatch my sign. When he did that, he ripped my obstacle detector off my wrist. And that's like a $300 device, assistive device. And so that all that while multiple trucks, were lining up at the corner to turn, um, blowing all their exhaust at us. And then we walked down the road, and a cop, Madison Police Department Wharf, asked if we needed any assistance, and so we were going to report the assault and battery and the stalking harassment and all that. So he approached us. What's that? So that's the kind of stuff they're talking about, blowing out their exhaust right here. They're down a hill too. It's very dangerous. No, I haven't mentioned any politics. This is just simply exercising First Amendment, and then the retaliation of somebody exercising First Amendment, and then the cops' negligence. They witnessed it. They were witnessing it, and they weren't doing anything to stop it. The ongoing harassment and um, threats, harassment, stalking, right? And then the assault and battery that multiple people, I'm sure, were recording. So it's live on the channel. You guys can go back and watch that. So then the guy, Worf, he wanted our info, right? So we told him, no, let's go down to the scene of the crime because they might still be there. The attackers might still be there. So, uh, yeah, I waited. And he followed us down to the corner, and the attackers had left. But this is just assumed part of the time. Wait, you can hear, you can hear the truck. Anyway, the Worf, Officer Worf at Madison Police Department said that the chief, Jason White, wasn't working or wasn't available. And then maybe 2 minutes after him saying that, Jason White comes walking up to try to handle the situation. And we told him, like, yeah, we'll file official report on these guys. Uh, let's do it. Let's do it where we're not out in the open being harassed and threatened. You know. So we still got these people here circling up and down, going up and down the road.
Hey,
Hi.
Lives matter.
What's that?
Blue lives matter.
Blue Lives Murder.
No, they don't matter.
Blue Lives Murder.
Have
Yeah.
they murdered you yet? No.
Yeah.
wasn't your tail today, buddy.
Blue Lives Murder.
No, they don't. All right.
Blue Lives Murder.
Now I have a question. Why do you have a problem with the cops?
Because they murder people.
They don't murder
They murder, they kidnap, they harass, they attack. They don't know their oath, they don't know the law.
I know now you can see.
How did you know we was hurting?
Yeah, you can see. You ain't blind. You got what's going on.
No, we did not run to the cops for help. The cops came to us because they probably got calls from people. And we didn't lie. We said, yeah, we're being attacked, harassed, assaulted, battered. Uh, so we told them what happened. That's not us going to the cops. That's the cops coming to us. And then when the cops wanted to get information that they already had, instead of stopping the crime, they didn't stop the crime. So the ones that are supporting the cops, we'll see if they will be supporting the system when they have warrants, when they get kidnapped, when they get arrested for their activities today, their criminal behavior today. Exactly. Pretending to protect us and ignoring the crime. Exactly. Negligence. Hey, what's up? What's that? Yeah, I was over in Texas for a bit. How you been? Yeah, my oldest had surgery on his feet, so he's been laid up in casts for about a month. But yeah, it's going well. Yeah, that's what it was. It's Paul. Paul had surgery on his feet, so he's in casts. Well, he's in boots now. We got him out of the cast. So. Yeah, thank you. All right. Bye. All right, man. Yeah, guys. Yeah, thanks. It's kind of crazy, huh? They keep circling me. No matter where I go, they keep chasing me around and kicking out their exhaust at me, blowing the horn at me. Oh, Cynthia Berry. No, it's how you express your views. If you're doing it with a sign, or if you're doing it yelling, it's fine. If you're chasing somebody around town and you're poisoning the air so they can't breathe, and then you attack them. That's that's not just expressing your view. That's committing crimes. Yeah. Yeah, everybody.
Yep. I had a hunt behind me for a second, but
Yeah. Huh?
it's that black truck.
Mm.
That's not go straight.
All right. You guys okay? Am I follow you good?
I don't think so. Only a couple behind me for a second.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I waited. I was waiting for the. I was watching.
Have they been blown by up and down the street, like blowing their exhaust at me still?
I know, and the cops were like, "Well, try to get home safe." But then tell these guys to stop. They
Right.
didn't even tell them to stop.
Right.
They're laughing at them,
Right.
and their guys are standing there like, "You're supposed to put them in the back of your car."
Right.
And Smith's over there laughing. I can see his eyes. I got one behind me right now. Which one left?
One what?
Car. The asshole. But I'm pretty sure they're all watching the live stream.
Yeah. Okay. Hmm.
That's a third of the viewers in the stream right
Oh.
now. There we are, though.
Go get some food.
Yeah.
Everybody.
For Walmart.
Okay. Hold on. Nope. I'm still waiting on him.
Oh,
I am. You got people behind us or what? Hmm?
they are, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna go. Can't see a shot. Oh man.
I'm gonna end the live for now, guys. We'll be we'll be in touch. Thanks everybody for popping in and having her back. And peace and love. And David Russell Rivera.